Section 17 describe on the inquiry, restoration into register and removal from register by the board. Okay, the board here refers to the pharmacy board. If it comes to the knowledge of the pharmacy board, the registered pharmacist has done one of the following offence. The board may inquire into the case and may, if it thinks fit, impose any of the punishment under Section 18A. So what are the offence that is considered under Section 17? Number one is if a pharmacist obtain registration through incorrect manner. Okay, so means that the registration is obtained by providing a false degree. Okay, such is the case that registration is obtained by incorrect manner. Or number two, the pharmacist convicted of an offence unrelated or related to certain acts such as the Poison Act, Dangerous Drug, etc. Or the pharmacist has been guilty of infamous conduct related to professional matters. So if a pharmacist was found to commit any of this offence, the board may inquire into the case, and if the board thinks it fit to impose any of the punishment, and if the board thinks that it fit to impose any punishment, the punishments allowed under the Act is listed in Section 18A. So we will have a look about Section 18A after this. Under Section 17(1)(a), the board may remove the name of a registered pharmacist under certain condition. Number one, the pharmacist died. Number two, the pharmacist has permanently left Malaysia. Or number three, the pharmacist is of unsound mind. So these are the three conditions that the board may remove the name of a registered pharmacist from the register. But Section 17(2) also said that under any case, if the board thinks that the name of a person that has been removed from the register has to be restored into the register, the board may order or may direct the restoration of the name of this particular registered of this particular pharmacist into the register. Section 17(3) tells us that if a person is being registered under Section 6 under certain restriction imposed by the minister, and if this person, as an example, pharmacist C, if pharmacist C commits a breach of any of the restriction and condition under which he is registered, or if the registration under such restriction has expired, the board may remove the name of the registered pharmacist from the register. And if the name of the registered pharmacist has been removed by the board under any condition, as mentioned earlier on, the annual certificate obtained before shall cease to have effect. Means that once the name of the registered pharmacist been removed from the register, even if the person has an annual certificate, that certificate is not valid anymore.
Regulation 14 of RoPR falls under Part 4, which correspond to the disciplinary inquiry. Okay, under this Part 4, there are at least 5 regulations, which are Regulation 14 and the Regulation 18. Regulation 14 tells us that if any person has the intention of making a complaint against a registered pharmacist or a body corporate, the complaint can be made to the secretary of the pharmacy board, who will then refer the complaint to the pharmacy board. Okay, and if the board agrees that the complaint is valid, the pharmacy board will then appoint a committee of inquiry to investigate the complaint.
The Regulation 15 tells us about the committee of inquiry. So, if the pharmacy board decide to establish a committee of inquiry to investigate any complaint, file against a registered pharmacist or a body corporate, the pharmacy board will establish a committee of inquiry which will comprise of 5 fully registered pharmacists, and the quorum for the meeting of this committee shall be 3. The chairman will be elected from one of the member, and this chairman will be appointed by the pharmacy board. This chairman has to preside all meetings, okay? He or she has to preside at all meetings of the committee of inquiry, and the decision made by the committee shall be by a majority. The pharmacy board also has the power to revoke, remove, or fill any vacancy in any committee of inquiry. In the case whereby any member of the committee of inquiry decided that he is not qualified to be part of the committee of inquiry, then the board has to fill the vacancy with a new member. Regulation 16 describe on the investigation by the committee of inquiry. So the committee of inquiry that has been established under Regulation 15 has the power to investigate the complaint filed against the registered pharmacist or the body corporate. The secretary of the pharmacy board will have to forward a notice by registered post to the registered pharmacist or body corporate under complaint. This has to be done before the committee of inquiry can begin the investigation. So in the notice, the secretary of the board will state the complaint and request for written explanation within certain period, which shall be less than 14 days from the date of the notice, and request the registered pharmacist or the body corporate to attend and give evidence to the committee of inquiry if needed. If required for the registered pharmacist or the body corporate to defend themselves, then they shall have the opportunity to attend and give evidence before the committee of inquiry. After the allocated period, which is the 14 days from the date of notice, the committee will begin to conduct the investigation and will listen to any explanation from the registered pharmacist and the body corporate. After the committee of inquiry has finished or has completed their investigation, the committee of inquiry will submit a report together with its recommendation to the pharmacy board for its consideration. This is spelled out under Regulation 16 of RoPR 2004.